Hi, I'm really hoping that you all are safe and doing good. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most esteemed credentials in project management known as the Project Management Professional Certification. Needless to say that the Project Management Professional Certification is considered one of the gold standards in project management. If you're aware that back in 2020, the Project Management Institute announced a massive structural changes in their flagship product known as the Project Management Professional Certification. So subsequently in 2021, the PMI has launched a brand new PMP certification. So in this video, I have decided to capture each and every vital details about the current format of the PMP certification exam. So after watching this video, you will have a fair visibility and understanding about all the changes that are going to be reflected in the current PMP exam. So I'll insist each every one of you who's watching this video to please watch this video till the end, because once you'll watch this video you'll have a better understanding about what the project management professional certification now is comprised of. So must watch this video till the end. So without any delays, let's just get started. For the new PMP aspirants, the Project Management Institute is officially the entity and governing body that offers the project management professional credentials. So the Project Management Institute offers professional certification to project managers, that is known as the Project Management Professional Credentials. And again, the PMP is considered one of the gold standards among the project managers across the globe. Historically, the project management professional framework was predominantly designed to support and actually represent a predictive environment. So what exactly is a predictive environment, and most importantly, what the PMP has to do anything with the predictive environment? So the answer to this question is that a predictive environment or a predictive project is a project where you know the specific of the project in advance, which means that you have completed or you have done such kind of a projects in the past. So based on the historical information, you can actually completely make the upfront planning of your current project which you are going to embark upon, and then once you can actually completely plan the project, you can then implement it, and once you implement it, you can also monitor and control it, and after monitoring and controlling, you can eventually close that project. So any kind of a project that actually follows such chronological order or having such properties, they fall to a predictive environment. And a predictive environment also is known as a waterfall approach, and a waterfall approach is sometimes and most of the time is interchangeable with another term known as a traditional approach. So a predictive environment or a waterfall methodology, a traditional approach, they also means one and the same thing. So these terminologies are basically interchangeable with each other, so they all represents the project management professional framework, and that framework was predominantly designed to support such kind of projects. In a nutshell, the project management professional framework previously was known widely as a waterfall methodology. Back in 2020, the Project Management Institute announced massive structural changes to its flagship product known as the Project Management Professional Certification. So as a result, and at present, the Project Management Professional Certification is no more a waterfall methodology at all, but rather it's basically a combination of a 50% waterfall methodology, but the rest of the 50% is now agile and comprised of the hybrid approaches. So in a nutshell, at present, after making a huge significant changes to the current PMP certification, now the PMP certification actually represents a 50% waterfall methodology, and another 50% is now comprised of agile and hybrid approaches. In the older version of the PMP certification, these were the 5 domains of the project management professional certification, also known as the process groups. So they were divided like initiating were having 13% of the entire exam, and then planning was having 24%, executing with 31%, with a large chunk of the exam was comprised of executing, and then monitoring and controlling were comprised of 25%, and closing was about 7% of the entire exam. So these were the old domains, also known as the process groups, but with the new structural changes, the PMP domains are now shrink from 5 to 3. And now the 3 domains are people, processes, and business environment. So people will comprise of 42% of your entire exam. Processes are around 50%, which represents the existing waterfall approach, and the business environment now having 8%. So the people and the business environment are the 2 new domains that actually represents the agile and hybrid approaches, and together they comprised of the 50% of the PMP exam. So these are the new 3 domains added to the project management professional current certification. Project Management Institute has structured its current project management professional certification in a sense that you have domains, and under those domains you have tasks, and under those tasks you have enablers. So this is how the current PMP certification is structured by the project management professional, the Project Management Institute. Let us first try to understand what exactly the domains, tasks, and then enablers are. So domains are basically the high level knowledge areas where you can actually understand, practice, and evaluate the project management practices. And then tasks are basically the fundamental responsibilities of the project manager within each domain area, which means that against each domain, the project manager is going to be responsible for so many things. So these things will be represented as tasks. And then enablers are basically the explanatory examples of the work that are actually associated with those tasks, which means that all the tasks, they must be associated and must be understandable with some sort of examples. So these examples and illustration will be the enablers. Let's try and understand an enabler with simple example. So let's see that manage conflict is a task. So remember, the current structure of a PMP certification is that you have domains, and under the domains you have tasks, and under the tasks you have enablers. So manage conflict is a task. So the enabler of this task would be, so first, the project manager will try to interpret that where the conflict is actually coming from. So assume that 2 of the team members are having a conflict with each other. So the project manager job as an enabler he'll actually try and understand the perspective from both of the team members. So once he have gained the perspective of each team member, he'll then try, evaluate, or recommend, or try to reconcile with both of the team members and brought out the best conflict resolution techniques so that this conflict can be resolved and the team members can be brought out onto a same common goal, so they can eventually perform as a one cohesive team. So this would be the enabler of the task, which is manage conflict. Previously, the project management professional certification exam was structured in a sense that being a PMP candidate, you'll have to attempt a total of 200 questions. So out of those 200 questions, there were about 180 questions which was scored questions, and 20 questions were unscored questions. But being a PMP candidate, you do not have any visibility that which questions are scored and which questions are actually not scored. So the basic motivation to put these 20 unscored questions was actually for the test purposes and to make the certification experience a bit better and make continuous improvement to the certification. Previously, to attempt these 200 questions, you have a total of 240 minutes to complete this exam. In other words, you have actually 4 hours to complete this exam, where you have been allowed to take one break of 10 minutes. So this was the previous structure of the PMP certification exam. Here comes the good news, and thanks to PMI, that with the current PMP exam structure, the candidates need to attempt a total of 180 questions rather than you'll have to attempt 200 questions which you were supposed to attempt in the previous PMP exam structure. But the difference is that this time all 180 questions are actually scored questions. So in order to complete 180 questions, you have a total of 230 minutes or a total of 3 hours and 50 minutes to complete this exam. And another good news is that this time PMI has actually introduced 2 breaks, each comprised of 10 minutes during this exam of 230 minutes. So this is a good part about the new PMP exams. Enjoy it. Another difference between the previous PMP exam structure and the current PMP exam structure is that from the previous PMP exam, all the questions were actually MCQ based. So MCQ means that multiple choice questions. But with the new PMP exam structure, here comes the hard part. And this time, not all questions are MCQ based, but with the new exam structure, the questions are actually a combination of all these things. So which means there are still some questions which are MCQ based. So there are some questions where you have multiple responses, more than one answer you need to choose for a specific question. So this actually represents multiple response questions. And then you have questions where you'll have to match this thing, you'll have to match another item. And then we have limited fill in the blanks questions. And lastly, you'll have to set hotspot questions. We'll have to put one thing on and drag it onto another. So these kind of questions would comprise of hotspot questions. So this is a bit hard part with the current PMP exam, because this time not all the questions of MCQ, but they are split across various categories, and all these categories you can just see in front of your screen. Another good news from the Project Management Institute corner is that now the PMI is currently offering a certification preparation course for the current PMP exam. So this is actually an official PMI online preparation course for the current PMP certification. So the PMP aspirants who just want to pass the current PMP certification need to take this course as soon as they want to enroll within this course. So this course is actually created by the Project Management Institute themselves and is being certified by the PMP certification holders across the globe. So there are a lot of advantages that are actually associated with the certification preparation course that is being offered by the Project Management Institute for its current PMP exam structure. And those are like, it's a self-paced online course, which means that you can actually take that course with your own pace and preference. And this course also actually satisfy you 35 training hours required to apply for the PMP certification. So if you're already a PMP certified, then this PMP course will actually serve you and provide you 35 PDUs against your certification. So PDUs are actually the professional development units, which actually helps you in maintain your PMP certification. A very valid question, that how much cost do you need to pay in order to appear for this certification preparation course? So the answer is, if you are a PMI, if you're not a PMI member, then you need to pay a total of $799 to actually buy this course. But if you are a PMI member, then you need to pay a total of $699 US, and you can actually save $100 considering that you are a PMI member. So remember that this preparation course, which is being offered by the Project Management Institute, is a limited time offer, and this offer will last till 31st of March 2021. Go and grab this course and try and learn and pass the PMP certification exam before actually this course expires. With this, we are now reached to the end of this video, and I'm really hoping that this video has given you fundamental understanding about the new PMP certification exam. But still, if you have any query, please post them into the comment section area, and I'll definitely get back to you with the best of my knowledge. Please subscribe to my channel and share your valuable feedback with me so that I can actually improve the level of my content. So tell me, which of the topics do I need to cover for future videos, and most importantly, what do you think about this front video? So your feedback will definitely help me to make more good videos. So till the next video, bye bye.